Hello and welcome to Photo Feedback Forum. My name is Dak, and typically I critique photos on this channel, but in this particular episode, I'm going to be focusing on creativity and a how I got the shot. It's not an exact behind-the-scenes view, but it'll give you some inspiration, hopefully. Now, what shot am I talking about? Well, we're talking about this one and also this one. They use the same setup. They're shot at different times, but the same setup was used, and it's once I honed in on it, it's pretty easy, and hopefully you'll be able to have some fun with it. It started with a note in my notes app. I'm always just thinking of ideas, and when I think of the idea, I just jot it down. And if I ever need inspiration, I just go to my notes. And in this case, I was thinking of just top-down views, and here were some like a square sitting on a circle, sitting on a square, and some examples here. I ended up focusing on this one and the coffee and the donut. Good combo. And it just used this little cheapy ring light. You can get these for like 10 bucks or even less. So how did I build the shots? Well, with the coffee mug, it started off as just top down. What is it going to look like? I think I was just using a flashlight. You can see it's pretty harsh light coming this way. Then I was just moving it around, and I was thinking, oh, am I going to have to composite? 'Cause I liked the reflection here on the edge of the coffee mug. Like, oh, am I going to have to composite all of these pieces to get a smooth light all the way around? That's obviously before I thought of the ring light. So I just played around with that, and I ended up putting the mug was originally on black. I thought, oh, a white saucer would be good. So I got that contrast. This is just a piece of, I think, construction paper, and then this is just some scrap wood I had in the garage, and this is just the floor. So, so there is the build of the stage. So, wood, construction paper, saucer, mug, and some black coffee. And once again, I was just kind of moving the light around, figuring out what it's going to do, where the shadows are, what kind of vibe I'm looking for. Obviously, I blasted the light here. Tried it, here there's no definition here, and we have shadows here. I was trying to get that nice and even all the way around. Then from a flashlight, I switched to, clearly you can see is this kind of a wand light, and light's a little bit softer. Um, and once again, I was had it over here, so we got the shadows coming, and wasn't quite getting what was in my mind, and moved all around. And then that's when the ring light idea came up, and it's like, here's the saucer, and this was providing nice even shadow all the way around. And obviously, I'm just holding the ring light. I have the camera on a tripod with a arm that kind of goes, or that does go facing straight down. And then I started just playing around with the placement of the ring light, and wherever I put it, the reflection was changing. And so I had the nice rim light that I was looking for, but I didn't care for how the coffee looked in there. This was getting closer, but I didn't like that little a crescent there. Kept moving around. This gave me a better looking coffee there, although there is shadow. But all of this, I'm just showing you a few of the shots, few of the 100 or so shots that went into the final piece. Depending on where I had the light and the slight angle and the light, it was changing the reflection. But I was getting closer. I did add some cream to the coffee to help give it some contrast between the mug and the coffee. Side note, I'm not a cream in the coffee guy, so this ended up going to a waste. I'm a black coffee drinker. So when I put the ring light just on the ground, it made the or on the floor, it made that cool ring there. I liked that look. Again, I was thinking maybe a composite was going to be in my future, but once I raised it up and got the right angle, I had almost a perfect ring inside, which is what I was wanting. And then with a little post processing, I finally achieved the look that was in my mind. And well, I mentioned that this was construction paper. No, this is clearly not construction paper. This was just another piece of scrap wood. So scrap wood, saucer. You can see how, even though this is a white saucer, because of the uh, different angles and areas that wherever you have the ring light, it changes where the shadows are, and it also changes the look. So this is not nearly as white as this is. But again, get playing around with it, little post processing, and boom, there you are. Now the donut. The donut started life as I was thinking of the Homer Simpson donut, a classic pink donut, and so it had a pink. This is construction paper, and some black drawing paper there. Test shot before I had the donut. Just use my camera lens body cap thing, and thought we needed a little more color contrast, so I got the same saucer, white saucer, yellow, pink. I was liking that. Ring light directly over. This was now I have the ring light mounted on a light stand. And here's the first attempt at a donut. I frosted the donut myself. I went little on the crazy side with the frosting, and I did ingest quite a bit of frosting during the making of this photo. I kept moving it around. I did not like the reflection that the frosting was giving. Played around different uh, lighting arrangements, different angles, but still it wasn't. This is actually in a light tent. Even I was trying to mess around with it to try to get this um, reflection to go away, but I was unsuccessful. So I went and got another donut. This one was a donut with sprinkles, and I thought, oh, some sprinkles are good, so a lot of sprinkles must be better. So I happened to have some sprinkles in the cabinet. So here we are, construction paper, saucer, sprinkles, tasty donut. And then I moved it around. I was trying to figure out what the best angle was. And yeah, I had the pink and then the yellow, then the white saucer, and wanted to cut this down. So now we got square, square, circle, circle. I was liking that. Again, the ring light, depending on the height of the ring light, it was changing where the shadows are. So dark, light, and then the inside of the donut too was changing because of the shadow and the height of the ring light. Now you can see a little of the yellow or the white in there. Now we got a little black spot in there. Again, this was all just experimenting. The shutter speed was pretty slow because this light is not bright at all, but I had the camera on a tripod and the ring light on a tripod, so it was fine to do a 1 or 2 second exposure on these. And once again, after playing around with it and ending with some post processing, this was the final piece. So there you go. Just get a ring light, get your tripod, point the camera straight down, and you'll end up potentially with an interesting photo with minimal effort. Hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.